Hello, and welcome to the inner path, beyond the I am. What you're about to hear is not a script or a concept. It is part of a real conversation that took place during my spiritual journey. This dialogue came out of my own seeking, and it reflects my attempt to go deeper into the silence. These are questions I ask sincerely, not just for understanding, but to uncover the silence within. I'm sharing it now, in the hope that it may be of use to you on your own path. If it touches something true in you, sit with it, not as information, but as living inquiry. Stay to the end. There is a reflective question, and I would like to hear from you. Seeker, if the mind is still, can there still be whispers in the background? Master, yes. Even when the mind is still, whispers or subtle movements in the background can remain. These are often remnants of the mind's habitual activity, like faint echoes of deeper tendencies or impressions. Vasanas. The key lies in your response to these whispers. If the stillness is deep, these whispers do not disturb it. They are simply observed, much like clouds passing in the vast sky. Over time, with continued self-inquiry or meditation, even these subtle impressions can dissolve into the stillness. Stay rooted in the awareness that perceives these whispers rather than engaging with them. This is the silent witness, beyond the mind, where true stillness resides. In that state, the whispers lose their significance and fade naturally. Seeker, you said, if the stillness is deep, these whispers do not disturb it. Help me to go deep, Master. To go deep into stillness, you must let go of all effort and rest in the awareness of being itself. Here is how you can deepen your practice. 1. Anchor in the now. Bring your attention fully to the present moment. Observe the sensations in your body, your breath, or the silence around you without attempting to change them. 2. Disengage from identification. When whispers arise, do not identify with them. Instead, ask yourself, to whom do these thoughts appear? And trace them back to their source until you rest in the awareness that perceives them. 3. Practice effortless observation. Do not fight the mind or force it to be still. Instead, observe its activity with detachment. Allow it to quieten on its own as you remain as the silent witness. 4. Deepen self-inquiry. Ask, who am I? Not as an intellectual exercise, but as a direct inquiry into your true nature. Do not seek an answer. Let the question dissolve the thinker into the vast stillness. 5. Expand awareness. Shift from focusing on the mind's content to noticing the space in which the mind arises. This space is stillness itself. 6. Embrace the void. Enter the void without fear, knowing that it is not emptiness but the fullness of pure being. In this state, all whispers lose their power. 7. Commit to consistent practice. Depth comes with regularity. Devote time daily to sitting quietly and exploring this stillness. 8. Surrender. Completely. Give up even the desire to go deep. In surrender, depth reveals itself as the natural state of your being. As you practice, remember, the depth is already present. It is not something to achieve, but to recognize. Be patient and trust that the whispers will fade as your awareness deepens into the infinite silence that you are. Here is a reflective question. Seeker, when a whisper arises in stillness, do I remain as the one who hears, or do I subtly become the one who listens? Let this question echo gently in your being, not for an answer, but to draw you deeper into the unchanging silence from which both hearing and whisper arise. Thank you for listening and for walking this path in your own way. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who may be seeking the same silence. You're also warmly invited to leave your thoughts or questions in the comments. If you would like to email, the email is learningandlivingwithramana@gmail.com. Remember, post your response to the reflective question. Until then, remain still, remain true, remain as silence.